Welcome back to the Bible Reading Project. It is Wednesday, Hump Day, with my best friend Ryan Holdeman and his Peterbilt. How with his Peterbilt? Tumbler. I lost it. I looked at it. I think cup, but it's not a cup. It's a tumbler. I have my tumbler, Peterbilt hats.
And these tumblers, they were made in China.
China. So for those that don't know, we're sponsored. It's a non-sponsor sponsorship by Peterbilt.
Yeah.
We got the merch, the shirts, and all of that. So
You can go to peterbilt.com, use promo code Bible Reading Project,
and receive nothing.
Yeah.
So try it anyway, though. You never know.
You never know.
I want to cut all the banter. Zero. Stop
Okay,
it now.
stop it.
I command it to stop.
Yes.
I got to dig it deep. You left me yesterday with a shovel full of dirt, and I thought, nah, we cannot shovel this
Right.
out. I need a long time to shovel. So this is just Ryan Holdeman, Carpenter Ryan, with a shovel. I want you to dig it deep. I'm going to read it. You dig it deep. Here we go. Same thing. Matthew chapter 2, verse 13. Jesus went out to the lake shore again and taught the crowds that were coming to him. And as he walked along, he saw Levi, son of Alphaeus, sitting at his tax collector's booth. Follow me and be my disciple, Jesus said to him. So Levi got up and followed him. Later, Levi invited Jesus and his disciples to his home as dinner guests, along with many tax collectors and other disreputable sinners. And in quotations, there were many people of this kind among Jesus' followers. But when the teachers of religious law, who were Pharisees, saw him eating with tax collectors and other sinners, they asked his disciples, "Why does he eat with such scum?" And when Jesus heard this, he told them, "Healthy people don't need a doctor, sick people do. I've come to call not those who think they are righteous, but those who know they are sinners." And so we've been talking about scummy people following Christ, religious people that are ticked at that. And Jesus says, it's healthy people don't even need a doctor, it's the sick. And we landed yesterday, everybody's sick. And then I made the comment, but we live in a generation where it tells you nobody's sick.
Right.
You do you. Right. And I ask a question, you go, oh, that's deep. So here's the shovel, dig.
Yeah, my mind went 1,000 miles an hour. Okay, so here's where I went.
Okay.
Nobody's sick, right? Church people, non-church people.
You do you.
You do you, right? So I'm good. I have my eternity or my afterlife or the next life is set. So I have nothing to worry about because I'm good. I'm a good moral person. We've set the bar wherever we've set it, low, high, medium, and then I'm good. But then on the other side,
can I ask a question?
Yeah.
I don't even think there's a bar anymore. Right?
Yeah.
You said we set the bar good. I just don't think there's any bar.
Yeah, right.
Everybody's good.
Yeah, we're just walking through.
As long as you're not murdering somebody, you're good. So
Yeah.
go ahead. I'm sorry. I just don't even think there's a good bar anymore. We're just
You're
all
right.
good.
Yeah, right. We're all good because we're human. But then at the same time, humans are bad because they're ruining the earth. But I'm good because I don't ruin the earth as much as somebody else. So we all have a lot of grace for ourselves. So I'm good. I don't need a savior or anything. But then at the same time, while my soul is good, my body is sick. And I believe we've all become hypochondriacs, right? I'm not saying everybody, probably a majority of the people watching this probably aren't this way, but in the world at large, that we're all hypochondriacs and we're all dying, and we need to do everything to fix my health, and live in this total fear. So on one side, on the spiritual side, I'm totally healthy. I don't need any savior. I don't need any doctor. And then on the other, in the physical side, oh my gosh, I'm falling apart always. And once I get put back together, it's only going to be a matter of minutes before I fall apart again. And so the enemy has really played this well, right? Pitting each person against themselves. A house divided cannot stand. And so pitting us against our spiritual versus the physical, and then you just become more sick.
That's good.
That's where my mind went. Sorry.
No, I like that mind. I like your mind. Here's the thought we were landing on as well. Jesus said, healthy people don't need a doctor, but sick people do. And then he said, I came to call not those who think they're righteous, but those who know they're sinners, right? And then we made the comment that there's just no sin today.
Right.
Everything's fair game. Everything's you do you.
Yeah.
There is no level of good, bad, and evil. It's just everybody's, as long as you're doing you and not hurting other people, you're okay. You want me to tell you what I think's happening? I think we've entered into a realm like the Pharisees are the ones labeling who's scum and who's not. Like Jesus didn't label them scum.
Right.
It was the religious people that labeled Jesus's followers as scum.
Yeah.
Disreputable sinners, right? They're scum. I think what's happening is it's no more I determine what's good for me. Or you determine what's good for me.
Right.
We don't do that anymore. We would love to say we do.
Right.
Like I do, you do you, I do me. What's good for me, let me be me. And there's still a fight of that. We try to fight it. But I think what's happening is there's more now of a cultural majority that determines what's good. And it's the voice of the cultural majority that determines what's good and bad now. It doesn't even matter what you think. I will determine it for you. Right. So you say, well, my thought or my opinion is not bad, and you post it, and it comes up and says, sorry, this goes against our guidelines. Sorry, this goes against our guidelines. Sorry, this goes against our guidelines. Like there's somebody out there, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, or somebody fact-checking. But there is now a global fact-checking of good and bad. So that it really doesn't matter what I think is good. There's another group of people that are determining what is good. And my opinion is it's going to flip to that just like the religious people that were the majority, right? We're the majority. We're the Pharisees. We're in charge.
Right.
And we start labeling everybody. These people are this, and this. I think we're there today that the Pharisees of today is not religious people per se. I think it's like mainstream media. It's its own religion, and it labels the followers of Christ. Just try to post really anything that goes against their community guidelines, and they silence you or they shadow ban you or they delete your post or whatever they want to do. I think it's clearly in front of us, right? That I can post something on Instagram that has the word COVID or vaccine, and immediately I get the little white thing at the bottom, go here for this information. Like there is a cultural dynamic globally that has shifted to we are the ones that approve what is right and wrong. And I think that's where the Pharisees were here. We're the ones that approve good and evil. We're the ones that'll tell you reputable scum. We're the ones that'll tell you healthy versus sick. And I believe we're in a generation now where there's a line being drawn in the sand of what is true sickness. And I want to talk to you about that tomorrow. Like, what is the true sickness? Because I think what's coming is you as a Christian are the sickness.
Right.
Because you don't go with the liberal ideology of where the world is going. And so you're going to be labeled as a sickness. Just to show you how I believe it's coming down to this with Christians, already from the White House has come, well, if you're not vaccinated, you're the problem. Like you're the virus now. And we're like, I'm perfectly healthy, dude. Like I'm good. I just got through eating Mexican. I don't have a fever. But you listen to it on the news, and suddenly there's the controlling majority labeling the minority into camps of division, which is what's going on here. And yet the way Jesus was viewing it, you have religious people labeling other people, and Jesus says this labeling is really doing nothing more than revealing a true sickness. You're going to say something.
Well, you say cultural majority. What does that mean? Because even the Pharisees were outnumbered by the 5,000 were on the hill. So, and mainstream media. So what cultural majority? Cultural
majority in the sense of the Pharisees felt they were in charge, and the people let them be in charge because the religious people told us all what to do.
Yeah, and I guess if we would just realize today, 2021, that as Christ followers, we outnumber, right? But you said it today on Sunday, preaching that we just shrink back and just expect God to just show up for us. But I think if we would step up it wouldn't be that hard to shift the culture.
Yeah, no, not at all.
And that's what the enemy's afraid of.
And that's what happened, because by the time we get to the book of Acts, the culture shifts.
Right.
And they start scrambling.
Yeah, right.
Like, oh God, they're in charge now. What are they doing? Oh my God, they're taking over the city. They're flipping it upside down. Wait, we got to shut them up. We got to beat them. We got to throw them into prison. Like, they're scrambling, right?
Yeah, right.
So I believe where we are in our country right now is we're at this precipice of a majority of the way cultural thinks is labeling the way Christians are perceived, and maybe not even Christians, but just right versus left. There's labelings. You're now a terrorist. If you're anti-vax, you're a terrorist. I mean, so I do see the same thing, and we label people, and I think what we find here is Jesus is going to come down and say, yeah, it's really not about that. Everybody's sick.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about everybody's sick, and how do we take that thought to the world today that we're all sick, and there's a hope there. Amen. So thank you for hanging out with us. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.